Hello.
Hello there.
Nick. Let me make sure my microphone's running, because that would be highly unfortunate after the adventure I've just taken to find the Masquerade here in Atlanta.
The catacombs.
The catacombs.
I actually
depths.
don't even know how to get out of here. I see people on different levels, and
They're looking at us. I'm here with my friend Nick. Met you back in Summer NAMM.
Yeah, it's been a year and
Summer
a bit.
NAMM 2016.
I can't remember if we talked online. Maybe we did at some point.
I think I sent you a Facebook message and I was like, dude, sweet licks. Now you're on tour with Pliny and
David Maxim Micic, I believe is how you say it. Pliny's Australian.
Yeah.
I'm Canadian. David's Serbian. No musician on this U.S. tour is American. The only Americans are the crew.
And the people in the crowds.
And the people in the crowds, exactly.
That is an eclectic. So how has it been so far? How far into the tour are you, and how's it been going?
This is the 5th date tonight. Every show, I have been led to believe, has been sold out so far. The first night was absolutely insane. It was a double bill. Jason Richardson's band and his tour package played with ours.
Yep.
So it was like from 5 o'clock till 1 in the morning. And there was a huge thunderstorm in Philadelphia, so the roof started leaking, the stage started leaking. After today, we'll have a day off, and then we go to Texas for a few dates, then California, then all the way up to Vancouver and down the West Coast, then a bunch more, and then at some point, I think I go home.
So explain to me what it's like to be on tour as a guitar player who plays instrumental music, because it's not really, I would imagine, the same as playing in a band with a vocalist where you kind of aren't ripping the entire time.
Yeah.
So what type of exercises do you do to warm up, not just actual guitar exercise, but any kind of stretching, or what is your routine night to night?
That's a good question. I did a tour last year with a Canadian singer named Sass Jordan, and we did some European touring, and I was the rhythm guitar player in the band. It was really hard. It was really, really hard.
Really?
Because you have to be so on with the bass player and the drummer versus as a lead guitar player playing all these melodies and improvising solos, I can be behind the beat, I can be in front of it, I can play wrong notes, I can change the melody, like, it's easy. Yeah, I make sure, of course I massage the hands, just do a bunch of really simple stuff just to get my fingers kind of, moving. But I don't tour to become a better guitar player. It's almost like my goal is, can I get up on stage every night and be consistent with what I'm already good at?
Okay.
Because I try and do a guitar solo, like just an unaccompanied live guitar solo every night.
When you're on the stage, are you thinking, or are you in the guitar and everything else is just happening?
I try not to think. Yeah, try and just play.
Because with the technically demanding stuff that you do, like I do that stuff in front of a camera for YouTube, but I have the luxury, luxury to be like,
let's try it again.
Let's try. I think I can do that better.
Yeah, let me fix the tone a little bit. Yeah.
So, playing the stuff that you like to play, I think is it's really impressive for people to watch you do that, and you have to deliver what they came to see.
Yeah, I mean, there is definitely like
you can't think about that.
Yeah,
or else
there definitely is a spectacle part of it, and people do expect a certain thing from an all guitar build show.
Yeah.
But I don't think about that. I just do, like, my music is completely different than what Pliny does and what David does. I don't worry about any of that. You know, I do what I do, and if it goes well, it goes well, and I'm real happy. If something unexpected happens, my job is to handle it. For example, the little I use the pickup selector like crazy. Like there's a couple moments
You're
last
hammering
night,
that thing sometimes halfway in between one note.
Oh, dude! Wow. I noticed last night I was like going to bend something and the thing flew off.
Oh, the little thing that I've done that before.
So as I was
you're really in the zone.
as I was playing, I mean I could have just ignored it, but I had to because I had to pick it back up. Yeah. So I bent the note, and I watched it fly up, and I watched it like roll down, and I'm like following where this thing is, holding the note, and I like go down and grab it. Also on this tour, like any tour, you should be wearing hearing protection. So a lot of the tone is gone. It's just like the low end or the mid or something like that. So even like the clarity of the note that you would expect to hear at home, it's not there. So a lot of it is just...
Does that impact your playing at all?
Oh, big time. Yeah. Because at that point, you're kind of just like, this is what I think it sounds like. Uh-huh. So yeah, that's what it sounds like.
Rely on the gear to do that.
Yeah, you rely on just your training and your muscle memory. Yeah, exactly.
Okay, cool, man.
And there's something really psychological about that because sometimes you think maybe you're sounding bad, but then you watch a video back and you're like, that was the best I've ever sounded.
That's kind of like Jedi mind training or something, like you limiting your senses to just rely on your feel. What has been the best moment, if you had to name one, that pops to the top of your mind?
The best moment, actually, we've been doing this kind of end of show jam.
Okay.
Each night, David and I come back up and play with everybody. We just do this kind of big trade-off. Musically, that's always a cool thing, but just the best moment is you know, David, Plenty, and I, the three guitar players, like we'll just go and try and find a coffee shop and just like talk.
Yeah.
Just talk about music and, you know, life and whatever, and just like become really good friends. That's actually the best thing about this tour is like this is one of those rare occurrences where everybody was already a friend before doing the tour. That, I mean, it happens, but it's not usually a luxury you're afforded. Usually it's like you're gonna go with these guys and maybe your manager or the booking guy or the label is like, this is the package, and you're like, oh shit. Versus this is like, do you want to go on tour together? Yeah, let's do it. And something smells really good.
There's food somewhere.
Yeah, there's food somewhere. What I've been doing as well is kind of doing certain tracks that have backing tracks. For example, Remarkable Human has piano, acoustic guitar, and so forth. There's a bunch of production. But then I'm playing a song called Black Eye, which is a bluesy song, which is really out of place on this tour, which is why I like playing it. It's just purely the trio. It's just bass, me, and the drums. No backing track, no click or anything. My roots of playing versus this kind of modern thing. Like it's very bluesy and dirty, and bending is like the focus of that song. Versus everything else that's going on that night, it's a little bit more progressive, or the harmony is really dense and a lot of substitution. Versus just like kind of this bluesy thing. So this is kind of up and down.
I think every guitar player's dream is actually to just have a blues on stage and to have that first chorus come around. And it's like, this is my time!
Exactly. And everything goes from black and white to color, of course. Yeah. We're sharing a band, the three of us. We're all using Simon Grove and Troy Wright, bass and drums. Plenty has another guitar player. And it's been, there's three bands and it's 9 people all in, including the crew, 10 if you include the driver. So it's like, it doesn't get easier than that. This is crazy. So
that's super streamlined.
It's been amazing, man.
Well, I can't wait to see it. Can you let anyone who's watching this, I'm going to post this like in the next day or two.
Oh, sweet. Basically, if you're going to come see the show, usually doors are at 7 and we start at 8, and David and I are alternating opening slots. I think he's playing second tonight, I'm starting. So I'll be opening in Arizona. No, that's not true at all. In Dallas on the 24th, and then just kind of alternating from there. Please come to the show. It is an amazing time. It's pure guitar insanity. It's just,
that's basically what
crazy.
Anybody who's watching, if they hear the 3 words pure guitar insanity.
But not in like a bad way. Not in like a
I didn't know there was a bad connotation for that.
There can be. There certainly can be. It's not like a bad way where everyone's just shredding the entire time. It's all very melody focused.
Well, if you've heard Nick's stuff or Pliny's stuff, I haven't heard the first gentleman you mentioned, but I'm sure he's great.
He's fantastic. He's
It's
fantastic.
all the reason guitar players like this exist and are able to go on the road for these extended tours, I think, is because of the music that shines through. Like there are melodies, and my kind of bread and butter is this style where it's like you can hear a vocal line.
Yeah, that's
with a
kind
lot
of
the
the thing that we're all kind of doing together. That's our thing, basically. So yeah, that's for me, that's kind of what it's all about. And if you're into that, I think this is the show.
Yes, this will be it. I will be overlaying a lot of cool stuff that I'll be capturing this evening to make this whole thing flow in like a nice little
Hell yeah.
guitar river.
Awesome.
All right, Nick.
Thanks, Tyler, man.
Looking forward to seeing you tonight.
Thanks, guys.
Keep shredding.
Right on.
All right.
Nice. That was fun, man.